at the Alpharetta Library, and today on Hobbyworks I'm going to be showing you how to make your own Raindrop Suncatcher out of a few materials that you may even have at home. So let's go ahead and get started. For this craft you're going to need 2 pieces of wax paper, some different colored crowns, a dowel or stick, some string, glue or tape, a pencil sharpener, and a heat source. First you're going to start out with some crowns. You're going to take the peelings off until you have just the crown, and you're going to go ahead and sharpen it in your pencil sharpener. I decided to do 4 different colors. You're going to shave your shavings and scatter them on 1 sheet of wax paper. So my first color was blue and my second color was yellow. And you're just going to go until you have enough shavings that you like. You can fill up the whole page, or you can just scatter them where there's some space. The next color I used was a deep purple. And as you can see, I'm just putting all the shavings together on top of each other, making sure I get it all out of the pencil sharpener. And the last color I used was a lime green. Once you have that done, you're going to go ahead and take your second piece of wax paper and lay it directly on top of your first sheet, making sure that it's flat as it can be. And then you're going to have your iron or hair dryer on the lowest setting, and you're going to gently press and rub across to melt the wax between the 2 pieces of paper. You need to be very careful doing this part, and as you can see, as you press the heat, the crown shavings start to melt and merge into each other. You can keep going for as long as you want. You can melt the whole thing or just some of it. I did it till it was all kind of blended together, but enough to show all the colors. And then you're going to let it dry. Once it's dry to the touch, you're going to take your pencil and you're going to draw out your shapes. I decided to do raindrops, so I did different shapes of raindrops all through my page. You can do big ones, small ones, and until all of your colors is used up. Next you're going to take a pair of scissors and you're going to cut out your shapes. You need to be very careful because the wax paper is so thin and fragile you can easily tear, so you just need to be really slow and gentle when cutting out your shapes. So I cut out about 20 shapes, all different sizes, which is a good start. You can do as many as you want, as less as you want. You can do all sorts of different colors or just any different shape. But once I had that down, I took my stick or your dowel and moved my pieces to the side. You're going to have 3 of the same shape string or fishing line that are going to be a little shorter, and then you're going to have 4 that are longer than those 3. You're going to line them up, alternating them onto your stick. Once you have that set, you're going to go ahead and tie them to the end of your stick, making sure they're separated evenly, as you can see here. Make sure to double knot so that way they don't come loose. Now as you can see, you have alternating long, then short, then long, then short, until all of them are used. Now you're going to take one of your raindrops and line it on the end of the string, and I decided to use tape, but you can also use glue, and I taped it on the end of the string, and I went ahead and did this for each end of each of the strings. Once you've completed that, you can take the rest of your raindrops and lay them out the way you want on all of the strings. I went ahead and did this part first so that I know exactly where I want them, and then once I had them laid out, I took my tape and taped them all down to the strings. Once taped down, you may need to trim with a pair of scissors some of the tape down, but you want to make sure you have it pressed as much as possible with translucent tape so that way you don't see it. And then you have your main build of your Suncatcher. You're going to take the scissors and cut off the ends of those strings that are hanging off on the stick. And then I measured out a long piece of string and I tied on the very ends of either side of the stick to make it be able to be hung up on something, as you can see here. And now you have a really cool Suncatcher that you can hang up in your home, near your office. You can make these at large scale or just something small and pretty to hang up. Thanks for joining me on Hobbyworks and learning how to create your own raindrop Suncatcher. I hope that you enjoyed this craft, and we'll see you next week. Bye.